uninvited influences. During the day, think about the truth statements you received from your higher self. Think about how the statements are relevant to what you are doing, whatever it is. Think about any changes in attitude the statements may be calling for. Think about any changes in your actions that may be needed. There is some reason why your communication came. Think about what that is. This week, continue to close your aura to all except your higher self whenever you are in a crowd or exposed to any negativity. In addition, if you think because of your mood, anger, fears, or negativity that there may be an uninvited influence in your aura, clear it with the words you memorized last week. You may now find that this is more necessary than you think. Your higher self will give you the strong thought that it is necessary, even though you'll have other thoughts that may resist. You are also to continue to send love from your heart to whoever and whatever occurs to you. Feel the love pulsate from you to your recipient. This week also, continue alternating between the same two exercises just before going to sleep that you had last week. First, unify with God, and second, transmit love energy. Thank you.
Namaste, Atmavandan to everybody. A very, very warm welcome to everyone. Good morning, good evening from wherever you're joining from. And we are very grateful for your presence and participation. No matter how many programs we keep of Unified, but if you all do not participate or be present over here, then it is of no use. So we are very grateful to each and every one of you. Saying that, today our revision is on chapter 4, which is speaking out the universal truth. So Babaji has been slowly and surely making sure that we strengthen our communication with our higher self. First the name, then clearing the aura, the signal, and now in this chapter, Babaji says that you can know through your all-knowing intelligence the truth, the universal truth that is applicable to each and every one of us at any point of time or place. And if we use it in our life at this time, for that person, it will be helpful and their life will become full of happiness and abundance. So this is what Babaji is going to tell us in this chapter. And secondly, there will be two channels playing when this truth will be revealed to us. So we have to distinguish between the two channels, which is the murmur of our mind and which is our higher self speaking. So Grace Ji will talk about it more in her summary. In the meantime, let us say this gratitude prayer for this chapter. So let us all close our eyes, put our hands over our heart, and say, Dear God, my Creator, thank you for making me in your image. Thank you for giving me, for my use and enjoyment, all the knowledge of creation. Give me today all the knowledge I need and desire for a happy and fulfilled day. So let us thank Babaji for all his lessons, for all his guidance to us, all his wisdom. And now I will invite another blossom of Babaji's garden today. Not only Babaji's garden, but from the love garden of Sailesh Sir and Preeti Ji. They have been watering us with their love for the past 20 weeks. Selfless love, unconditional love, they have been watering us, and no one can deny that. So, without further delay, I will invite our dear and loving Grace Ji on this platform. And what I know of her is that she has been a very active and a very conscientious participant of Unified. She will always open her camera and interact with the masters to clear her doubts. So this is what I know by seeing her. More she will tell. She will give us her little background, how she got, how she came in the Unified program and how this program has impacted her so far. So over to you, Grace Ji.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express myself. And I got associated with PSSM, I think in last November, when I was actually looking for something, in Canada so that, I can continue my meditation journey. That's when I found this other group that I'm still associated with. So at that time, I was really happy that, I can continue my journey. And then there was this one person who suggested me, if you ever get a chance to do the unified course, or there are some other courses that she mentioned. So make sure you do them if you get a chance. So I had that in my mind. And once I came to know about this unified course, that was, I think, sometime in January, I guess. That's when, but or February starting, something like that. And then I was going to India. So and then but the course was starting in March, so I was happy because I thought that I would be back by the time the course starts again. So which I was back by the time this course started. But then when I came back, my like jet lag and my I was not feeling too well, and I was kind of I knew that the course is going on, but I never joined for some time. But then I was talking to Prachi Master the other day at that time, and then she said that Gracie, you should join this course. This is really good, and that's when I thought, yeah, I was thinking of doing it, and maybe that's a sign for me. And since then, I joined this course, and I still am here, and I'm enjoying it, loving all the company, all the masters, loving and getting answers to my queries, and I'm really happy and grateful to all of you that I'm a part of this group. So thank you so much. That's my introduction. Thank you. So we start with the summary, or
Yes, please go ahead. The platform is all yours now.
oh, okay. Yeah, just the volume. Okay. Okay. Yeah, actually, this chapter is the chapter 4, and we have already done the previous chapters, and this chapter is speaking out your universal truth. So the chapter talks about, first of all, the chapter says that you already know that you have the higher self, and you already know that you have the higher self in your heart, and you know how to center in your heart, and how to remind yourself of the God qualities that you have too. So this week, what we are doing is we're trying to get the bond with our higher self more stronger. So that's what the purpose is. And in this week, we still remember that, and we'll always be remember for the coming weeks also to continue in this journey, that that we are made in the image of the God, and then we all have all those qualities that God has. So we need to remember that not only us, we have all those qualities, but other person too, the person that we are interacting in our daily life, they all have the same God qualities. So we need to know that we no more bragging just because we know that we are in the God quality and we know everything. So it doesn't mean that we brag, because the other person, the person that we're interacting with, is also made in the image of God. So whatever they're doing as per their qualities, as per God qualities, and as per their plan. And then this chapter also talks about the seed of all knowing, the seed which knows everything about us, everything in and out, the seed that is in our heart, that all knowing seed, the seed of knowledge. That seed knows not only the mind, but also the higher self. So both of them. So by now in our life, we already know what mind is, kind of, because we become a slave of mind and we work based on our mind. But now we will learn how to tap into that knowledge of higher self and how to use that knowledge to make our life more beautiful, more creative, and create the things that are good for everybody, not for only us. So that's what we're going to do in this chapter. That's the first step, that we'll start to tap into that knowledge in this chapter. And this chapter also talks a little bit about the lower self, the mind. You know, that's the thing, because we when we take our decisions based on our past experiences or on future plans or future fears, that's the time when we are operating based on our mind. But once we learn that we have this higher self, then we and how to tap into that higher self knowledge, that's when we know how to make decisions differently, decisions based on our broader vision, broader understanding of everything. So this thing will also come in this chapter and the subsequent chapters. So from now on, because we know that we are made in the image of God, so no more questions of any mistakes, no more excuses. So from now on, we'll learn to tap into the seed of knowledge that is connected to the other part of us, which is higher self. So, and this chapter also talks about getting getting sitting at a quiet place and not getting distracted when you are in your quiet place. So for that, you need to know that you cannot be on the phones, you cannot be having pets walking around you when you are in your quiet place, or just make sure that your kids are well taken care of, so that you can do in your quiet you can enjoy your quiet place, and you can tap into that knowledge of higher self. So that is also we are focusing on in this chapter. And then after we feel the love and the clear away uninvited influences by repeating quietly all the same substances that we were doing, like in previous week when we have memorized all those steps, then we unify with God qualities and repeat some of the qualities that comes to our mind. So once we repeat those qualities is when we know that we are connected to our higher self and we are ready to receive the message from the higher self. And the higher self's message could be a universal message, like, always speak the truth, or love is everywhere, and have good intentions towards people. So these are all the, like, and there are many, like the universal truths, the which apply to all of us. So the important thing here is to be alert, not to go into trance, because if you go into trance, then you will miss the message that is coming to you from your higher self. And we just tap into that, because in this practice, quiet periods, we're trying to tap into that unbounded awareness and getting the message that is for us. So each of us, we individually will get our own message, and that message is for us that we can use in our daily lives. So instead of taking decisions based on mind when we are in our daily regular life, we will make the decisions based on our wisdom. So that's another thing that this chapter covers, or at least makes us aware of this thing to start our journey for further improvements. So, and once you know the message that the higher self is giving you, you if you want, and if you're comfortable with that, say it out loud, because you are in your quiet place and no one is listening to you. So you don't need to be shy or anything. Just say it out loud. Or the reason why they say to say it out loud is only because if you're getting some other messages from your mind, which like mind is saying, no, no, that's not from the higher self, something like that, so that you can suppress that mind voice, and then you can see the higher self, the message that you're getting out loud. So even if you want to say it out loud, you can do that. If not, but feel that message so loud in yourself that that is the only message that you're getting, and you are avoiding all those mind chatterings. So that's another purpose of this chapter. And then just remember that this week we are only getting messages that are for everyone, not for only oneself, not for only one person. Like if I want to know, okay, should I invest in this stock, or should I start this new business, or should I go there, and should I do this or that? But no, we're not getting those kind of messages. We are only getting messages that are for everyone, that are universal messages. So if in today's quiet period, if you're getting the message like, okay, I should invest this much money in this stock, then that message is from your mind, not from your higher self. So just be aware of that. So those messages, just ignore them, and then try to keep centered in your heart, and then get the messages that are for the universal, for everybody, from for higher self, from higher self. So this week is only to channel your higher self for general statements of truth and not for specific guidance. We are not getting any specific guidance this week. We are only getting the general statements from our higher self. So you should just continue the communication with your higher self, and 15 minutes of quiet period is enough. Daily, you can do that. So every day, like 15 minutes is okay to do the practice. And during the day, just think about these statements. And when the situation arises in your life, just then you can use those statements. You can get one statement, two statement, and then use those statements and apply those statements in your daily life. And then you will see the improvement in your life, that you are taking decisions based on your higher wisdom, not based on your mind anymore. So that's the thing. And also make sure that there are two exercises that we are doing before bed. That's unifying with God qualities, because that is must. And then sending the love to the people around you, or whoever you're thinking of in that moment, to send the love. So just imagine, like when you unify with God, you are becoming love, and then you are sending the love to everyone. So that is the two exercises that you need to do before you go to bed. That's all for the summary. So we can go do the meditation now.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much. It was very beautiful. Thank you. Sir, your words.
Thank you.
See,
Thank
you were
I'm gonna.
you
Yeah,
did so well. I was wondering why were you nervous? You can do it.
I still am nervous. Trust me,
Mhm.
but
No,
I'm just hiding.
now you are a pro. Just do it. Yes. Be
I'll turn
confident.
the light dim for me too.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay.
Greetings, everyone. I would like to add something to it, that when in this chapter, Babaji has said that we have to speak aloud. Whatever messages that come, we have to speak it aloud so that we can distinguish if it is a mind chatter or it is a message from our higher self. So, since we in our quiet period, we sit quietly and we don't have this habit of talking or speaking loudly. So what we have to do, he has said that we have to memorize those about our clearing the aura. Those
Mm.
words we have memorized, so we can say that words quietly and aloud.
So when Grace ji says those lines of clearing the aura, we can repeat them aloud. And also when we unify with those God qualities, that also we can say quietly and aloud. So that we have that, we are today we are saying that aloud everything. So that will be in sync. So when messages come, we will speak that aloud only. So that was one thing that when I repeated them aloud, then I found it very easy to differentiate the messages. So you can try that also.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's start our meditation, guys. Okay, let's take our glasses off and let's sit comfortably either on the floor or chair, whichever is comfortable for you. And then clasp your hands and cross your legs. Now, please close your eyes gently. Remember that you are perfect and all-knowing and made in the image of God. The reason why we clasp our hands and close our eyes and cross our legs is that we lock the energy in our body so that the energy flows only in our body and we can get full benefit of this quiet periods and of this practice. Shaliti, you gonna turn the music?
Yes, it is on now. I will slowly bring the volume up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on.
I cannot hear it. No, it's not coming.
No, it's we can hear the music.
Oh, you can?
It's already, yes.
Okay, I think I hear now. Through this practice today, we will learn to tap into the seed of knowledge. That seed of knowledge knows everything, everything that is there, either the mind or the higher self. Once we tap into that knowledge, we will receive the message from our higher self. That message is for all of us to use. That message is for all of us to enjoy and live our life happily and peacefully. We already know a lot about our mind, and that is why we operate on the basis of our mind. Once we learn to tap into the knowledge of higher self, and once we learn to receive the messages from the higher self, it will change our life for the better creation in our life. The message that we receive from the higher self is for me. Is for me to use in my daily life. My message from the higher self will help me in living my life happily and peacefully. So now sit back and relax and let the process begin. Whatever the noises are coming from outside, accept them as they are, but do not get attached to them. Whatever the thoughts are coming in your mind, let them come and go freely, but do not entangle with them. Now, gently come to your breath. Feel your breath. The cold breath is relaxing you. Peaceful breath is relaxing your entire body and mind. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out. Take a nice deep breath in, breath out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now take normal breaths natural breath. Now slowly, 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 just slip into your heart space. Feel the vibration in the heart. Your heart carries the entire universe in it. The entire universe is made of love and love only. Feel the vibration of love in your heart. Feel that everything is created with love. Feel that heart is the space of unbounded awareness. Feel that when you are in your heart, you are fully aware. Feel that you are in the heart and you are quiet and alone, but still connected to everything that is there. This heart is the universe, and universe knows everything. Universe knows your past. Universe knows your present. And universe knows your future also. When you are in your heart space, you also know your past. You also know your now. And you also know your future. Just imagine everything that you want to know is there, is waiting for you to know. It's easily available to you. Now let's get ready to clean our aura. all the uninvited influences in my aura. I send love and light. You are each made in love and light, and you are each still love and light. You feel you feel no pain anymore because you all are healed and whole. You all have a perfect place to go. And I ask my higher self to take you all there. You all go in peace. You all go in peace. I now send love and light to all the thought forms around me. Imagine all the thought forms are turning into white light and merging into the universe. I now close my aura to all except my higher self. I now close my aura to all except my higher self. You are now connected to your higher self. So ask for the signal. My higher self, my dear higher self, my loving higher self, please say the name if you have any for your higher self. My loving higher self, please give me a signal. My dear higher self, please give me a signal. Wait for the signal for a few minutes. We all are made in the image of God. We all have all those qualities that God has. Repeat those qualities. Remind yourself that you are made in the image of the God. God is love. I am love. God is caring and loving. I am caring and loving. God is omnipresent. And so I am omnipresent. Because God is omnipresent, God knows everything. And I am also omnipresent. And so I know everything. God is gentle and caring. And I am also gentle and caring. Whatever God created everything with love and love only. I also create everything with love. Let's enjoy this feeling of God's qualities within us. If you have got the signal of higher self, that means that your higher self is ready to communicate with you. Otherwise, repeat again. My wonderful, loving, dear higher self, please give me your signal. I love you, my higher self. Please give me your signal. If you have any name of your higher self, please use that name with love. and call your higher self. Once you get the signal from the higher self, accept your signal. Feel the love that your higher self gave you the signal. Be grateful to your higher self. Thank you, my dear higher self, for giving me your signal. Thank you so much. You are now connected to your higher self. And your higher self is ready to communicate with you. Keep your attention to your heart. Feel the love vibrations in your heart. Now you are ready to receive the message from your higher self. Oh, my dear higher self, please give me the universal message. Oh, my dear higher self, please give me the universal message that is for me, the message that will change my life, the message that will change the life of people around me. Give me the message that will change the neighborhood around me. Give me the message that will bring peace to the universe, that will bring love to the universe, that will bring justice to the universe. The message that you receive is for you to use. Once you receive the message, feel grateful to your higher self and say the message out loud. Say it out loud. The message could be love is everywhere and in everything. Message could be speak the truth. Message could be gentle to everyone and everything around you. Message could be keep your intentions pure. Message could be listen to your heart and operate from your heart. Say the message out loud so everyone can hear it and you can hear it. Say the message out loud so that your mind can hear it. Get the universal message imprinted in your mind also. This message is coming from your higher self, and higher self is very loving and caring. Get the guidance from the higher self in the form of this message. Thank you, my dear higher self, for this wonderful message. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I now promise you that I will apply this message to my daily life. And I will operate from my heart. Thank you, my dear higher self. Feel the love pulsating in your heart. Feel that you are connected to that universal, unbounded awareness. Feel that you are everywhere. Feel that the love is pulsating in your heart. Feel that your heart is spreading love outside of your body. Feel that the vibration of love is spreading all around you. Feel that the love is going to your family members. Wherever your family members are, whether they are in the house right now with you or not. Feel the love that they're receiving is changing them too. Feel that the vibration of the love is converting them into love too. Feel that they are also receiving the God's qualities. Send this love to all the people that need it right now. Send this love to all the people who are going through tough time right now. Send this love to all the places where the love is needed. Imagine that they all are feeling the love that you are sending to them. Imagine that this love is giving them the peace and happiness in their heart, even if they are not happy right now. Even if they are going through tough situations in their life, this love is giving them hope. This love is giving them the hope that there is hope, that they can go through everything and anything in their life. Feel that just because of your heart, the love is flowing in the entire universe, in the entire cosmos. Feel that all the nature, trees, animals, in the oceans, everyone is getting your love. Feel that they are all dancing with happiness and love in their hearts. Take a few minutes in this love. Feel the vibration of love. Once ready, come back to your body. We all are now prepared to operate in our daily life with the message that was given to us by our higher self. Slowly come back to your body. Feel your slow, normal breath. Just wiggle your toes and your fingers. Unclasp your hands and your legs. Rub your hands a little bit and put them on your closed eyes. Open your eyes in your hands. Take your hands off of your eyes with the big, beautiful smile that you're content with this journey, that you're ready to live in your daily life with the message from your higher self. And now remove your hands. Thank you so much.
Sir, you please go ahead.
Yes, now tell me about your experience, Gracie. How did you
Awesome.
feel through this whole presentation today?
I loved it. It was really nice. Yeah, and yeah, when you're saying it, you feel it more. That's what I understand.
Hmm.
And I know there was this one place where I messed up a little bit, but then
That that is okay. That's all right.
yeah, yeah, that's okay. That's
That is
okay.
part of your perfection.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, on the whole, it was like more than I actually do daily. Like I could expand the love and everything more than what I do like otherwise.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank
So
you for giving me this opportunity.
it was a beautiful experience for all of us too. When when you are leading and you are enjoying it, everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah.
That is the beautiful part of it, right? Um, your own energy fills the group, so your happiness will automatically go into the group also. So it was a beautiful experience for all of us. So now you have crossed your barrier. Get ready for more. Yes, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any master would like to ask questions or anything? Um, Kavita ji, Vandana ji, anything you would like to say?
I want to ask Grace ji if she got her
Uh,
universal truth and what it was.
My universal truth. Am I supposed to tell you? But that's my secret, man. Because you get the message where you think that what is lacking in you or what you need to change. So if I tell you my message, it means that you know what is my my shortcoming in my personality, right? Yeah.
Okay, fine. But at least you got the message. That is more
Oh
important.
yes. Oh
Okay.
yes, I did. I
Okay.
did.
So that's very
And
important.
I think I even said that when I was doing that. I even said that message in one of my
Yeah,
sentences. But
yeah, you
I'm not
took
going to say
several.
what it.
Yeah, that was very beautiful. You were giving hints to everybody that this could be
Yeah,
the message, this could be the message.
because
Yeah.
that
Okay.
I got the message too.
Okay.
Same time.
Anyone else would like to share their universal message? Because in Hindi session, many people shared their message and it was so beautiful and all were related to unified. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's why. Yeah, yeah. So anyone would like to come forward and share them?
I first of all wanted to tell you congratulations. I think you connected so much more today. That was my experience. Um, and the divine grace just flows through you, and you just get lost. You don't exist. Like in, I don't know, like in Hindi, they say either it is khudi or khuda. Khudi means me, the ego, and then it becomes khuda. So when you do this by yourself, it just opens up another realm of understanding, of knowledge, of bliss, of yeah, it just comes. um the message that I got was everything happens for a reason. Also, let go and watch. So that really resonated with me. So everything that happens now is just something to watch and to enjoy. Yeah. Congratulations, you did it.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. I know I did it. I knew
Yeah.
I would do it. But and I you know what, to be honest, I was really a little bit scared about, the messing up with the flow, what comes before and what comes, and I did a little bit, but then I realized, okay. And I fixed it. Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because when you are guiding, we believe that it's all meant to be. Means Babaji is speaking through you. We take
Yeah, yeah.
everything very positively, and we
Yeah, 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 I agree with you. I totally agree with you there.
and as
Because
I
no,
said yesterday, you are our vision in grace, and actually, today you created that reality. It
thank
was
you, my dear.
awesome, very
Means a lot.
beautiful. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
The chat is flowing with messages,
Yeah.
and you did it so well. Everyone has given you so many compliments.
Uh,
You were saying you were nervous, but I would say
thank
you were
you.
confident because you were in front of the camera all the time. You didn't even hide yourself. And you were just connected totally with yourself and you were saying by your heart everything. So it was flowing so beautifully.
Thank you. Thank
We
you so
loved
much.
it.
Thank you. Any questions, please?
Everyone is satisfied with their universal truth, so no one wants to speak now.
Yeah.
No one has any questions.
No, because I said that I'm hiding it, so everyone is thinking we should hide it too.
Okay, let me ask. Did
Yeah.
anyone get any suggestions for which stocks to buy and sell?
Good question.
But it's their secret. They will not let you know if they had it also.
Yeah, otherwise you'll buy
Yeah.
the same stocks.
Exactly.
No, 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 no. That's what exactly Babaji has said in this thing. That if
Yeah.
you are getting that kind of a message, it is not from the higher self.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Higher self doesn't do stocks.
It's the chatter of your mind.
Yes, yes. That very beautifully he has explained what kind of information is not from the higher self. Huh? Uh, the style in which the information comes to you will not be an instruction. Do this kind of thing, will higher self will never do that. Higher self will speak something which is valid. It's up to you to use that information or not. Higher self will not interfere with the free will. That is specifically the message there. Mental chatter usually is associated with instructions. Why don't you do this? How about that? That kind of a thing will keep coming in the mind wants to do things. Mind is action oriented. Higher self will only say the knowledge. Higher self gives you the knowledge. Now you use it whichever way you want. That is a big difference, right? So how to distinguish the messages? And when we talk of universal truth, again, understand what it means really. My truth, your truth is not necessarily a universal truth. Truth is very important there. What is universally true for everyone is different from my truth. My truth is what I believe. My belief system actually creates my truth. So we have to always be careful about being very fixated on our truth. We have to understand, yes, this is what I think it is the truth, but there could be otherwise also. When we are open to that, then we can see the other dimensions, other possibilities. That's the difference. So my truth could be different from your truth. And when those kind of truths come in your thoughts, be careful. Universal truth will always lead you in the right direction. That's the specific characteristic of a universal truth. It will never misguide you. Those are nuggets of knowledge that exist, and they have accumulated over millions of years through human existence. That's evolution of the mind. So things that have proven themselves to be true in all kinds of situations become the universal truth, right? Understanding the universal truth is very important. Then only you will be able to understand your own mental activity also. When you know the universal truth, and then you have for comparison your own personal thoughts, when you compare, you will understand where is the gap, where my thoughts are taking me, whereas they should be taking me elsewhere. That sort of understanding we create. And everything, all our life experience, our development, growth, and everything depends on the thoughts. So that is how important it is to be aware of the thoughts. So universal truth will automatically tell you where where you are and where you can be. These are very small, easy practices, of course, but they are training us to be aware of thoughts, being aware of thoughts.
I would like to share that transmitting love energy part. That was a beautiful experience for me today. Means Grace ji guided it so beautifully that feel that love, that energy going to each and every person. And it was like she mentioned everything so specifically that for the first time I sent love to so many family members. Generally I just choose one and then send love to them, but today I sent love to so many of them, and I found that yes, there is still little bit resistance towards some person where I found that I'm like resisting to send love. So that through the guidance, I that was little clear that I have to work on that part. So that was very different experience for me today, and it was guided so beautifully that when we resist to even one single person, that means uh, we are not still operating as a whole.
Yeah. And when you say that, that reminds me in my like when I was thinking of like what would I say? I thought of including that. I thought of saying send love to the people who cheated you or who did bad to you, who did wrong to you, but then I forgot. Yeah. That's the main test, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sending love to your own like family members is just normal. We do that every day, right? When we are cooking or doing other stuff. But sending love to those people who are really like have created like chaos in your life, then you send love to them. That's the main part. That's the main
So
thing.
those
Yeah.
people appear itself when we like I don't choose when in the moment you are guiding, the faces of those people are appearing itself.
Yes.
But
Oh yeah.
when a certain person means to whom I am resisting to send love, and when the faces of that person face of that person was there, then I thought in that moment only, why am I resisting? Then I immediately send more love. That no, I
That's
don't have to
nice.
resist anymore. So that was the thing that I realized that yes, there is still something still inside me
Yeah.
that I'm holding back.
Every day, after the whole day is complete, when we go to the bed, during the day, lot of things have happened with me. I have experienced a lot during the day. When I go to bed, my mind is filled with thoughts of that day's events, right? And usually at bedtime, we will be carrying something from the day, some um, event which we did not like, some happening that we did not like. We will be carrying it at that time. It will, because now we are done with everything, we are relaxed, those thoughts will come out. And when those thoughts come, such of those people who are involved in that, people or whatever, let's say your car was giving you trouble today, you will be thinking about your car at that time in the night. Well, okay, my god, this car is getting old and whatnot, all that kind of thing, right? That's when you have to send love. This is why that bedtime practice is important, because that's the time when your chatter has reduced, you are quietening down, and such of those important things of the day, they come out, the ones which have actually penetrated in you. So when you deal
Yeah.
with them at that time through love, it becomes a beautiful release for you. You release that through sending love and then go to sleep. By the time you get up in the morning, that action is already done its job. You are free from that. You don't carry it any further. This is the importance of this bedtime practice, sending love at that time. And slowly and gradually, as we are getting more sort of immersed in unified thinking, as we are immersing more, this will remain our behavior through the day also. Then we will stop retaining such of those things with us, right? Say, for example, for me now at bedtime, I rarely have any of those thoughts, because I'm being aware, I am constantly clearing that. As I'm feeling it, I'm saying, well, okay, what's going on? I need to work on this thing. There is something that's hurting me inside. I need to work on it, right? That's very important. So I immediately shut myself down, work on it, right? And as I'm working through it, by the time I go to bed, everything is cleaned up. This is how important that bedtime practice is, right? And at that time, so what is advised in the book, what they are saying is,
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but there is too much background noise from your side. And yes, now it's fine.
oh, I shut my audio, that's why it's fine. Okay, so I will have to probably go and shut the door here. Wait a minute.
Yes, and I agree. Like during the bedtime, whenever I did that, you know, getting connected to the God qualities, and that really helped me a lot too. The thing that sometimes like bothered me, like when I have some set goals, like I usually write my goals, what I would do during the day. So for those goals, if I'm not able to achieve them that day, maybe one or two, that's when I get a little bit, oh, I didn't get that. But then I think about it. No, Grace, you got other two things done today. That was in your list of goals. So that's fine. That's when I realized, no, everything, love and all that. So that really helps me during the bedtime.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry to
okay.
bother you,
No,
but
that's okay. It's all right.
but the disturbance was so much.
Okay, so what I was mentioning was that in the book, what is said there is about the bedtime practice is that send love to those who you are thinking about. And most of the time, you will find that you are usually thinking about those from where you got some um, difficult experience. Those are the people you would normally be thinking about at bedtime. And that's where the focus has to be. Sending love to them, that means releasing those thoughts that you are holding against a person, got to release that, and the process is by sending love to them. Right? This is the significance of that practice. It's a beautiful, it's almost like taking a shower before going to bed. It's just like that.
Sir, I got some universal truth 2 days ago, and when we're doing the Hindi sessions. So I want to ask you something about it. So my universal truth was that each creature is happy in their habitat. And I saw a dolphin jumping in the ocean. It came with a vision. So then I asked my higher self, is it related to vegetarianism? And the answer was yes. So now I don't know. I was confused because I am vegetarian, and it often happens. Last time also when we were doing unified, I used to get a lot of visions of animals. So that time also I had asked Preeti ji, why does it happen to me?
it's basically a very deep experience that probably you have had in either this life or past lives, where you were associated with killing of animals in some way, right? So that that reminder is constantly there with you, that in wherever whenever you did that, you would have already understood that through the experience, that it was a painful experience, and that pain is a reminder to you, well, okay, this is what it is. And in general, on the planet, the human volume or numbers is increasing continuously, rapidly, right? And the effect of that is that we are encroaching upon the natural habitat of various other life forms, right? Be it water-based animals, be it birds or other animals or insects or whatever life forms, even the trees. We are encroaching upon their habitat, right? And then when they come to our place, we are constantly worried about why the mosquitoes are here. Actually, the mosquitoes are saying, why are you here? This is where I was, right? Understanding that we are sharing the resources. They're all meant for me as well as it's meant for them as well, right? This all existence equally shares use of everything that's around us. We all. So sharing is very important in terms of being accepting of existence of others. That acceptance of others will allow us to share. But usually we are so brutal that we say, well, okay, no, it's just me. And when it's just me, then I don't sort of hesitate in removing people from wherever their habitat is and then occupying it. I will give you an example. Say, for example, in this house where I am, it is on the slope of a hill, right? This where they have reclaimed land, or I mean, filled up some land, and then made houses. So created a flat space on a slope and made the houses. Now, every year during this period, actually, this is the time when birds come and knock at the back face of my house, which is like facing away from the hill. So the face which is facing the open side, the birds come and knock on my wall, and these are wooden houses. So they want to create a hole there to nest. This space must have been the trees at one point in time where they were nesting. And now the trees have been removed and a house has been built. Every year they come and try to poke a hole in the wall so they can nest there. And you understand, like, it every time it reminds me that I am encroaching upon somebody else's habitat.
Right.
So this is awareness. We have to be more aware of how we have to live in. This again comes back to the same old thing that I talked about, being in harmony. When we are in harmony, we are with the nature. We are flowing with the nature. There is no resistance of any kind. Then everything is available to me as it is. They will be happy to share with me if I am in harmony. Right? We have not been in harmony as a human race in general altogether. We don't even pay attention to this thing as a child. When you have grown up seeing all the buildings being built and constantly land being reclaimed, forests being deforested, and then houses being built, you think that that's normal. You never even pay attention to what is the consequence of that. What are we actually doing? That's where the awareness has to come. Once we are more aware, we can definitely now, say for example, you can now practice communicating with, we will learn about this in part 3. You have done part 3 already. So communicate with such of these beings and ask them to be your partner, become your partner and coexist with you, right? Your heart is going to start accepting it automatically. You will then begin to feel that oneness with them, and slowly and gradually you will release that trauma that you may be carrying.
But, sir, I'm very compassionate towards animals. I love animals. It's not that
Agreed.
I
But
have any resistance with any kind of animal, except cockroach.
start start communicating with them. Even cockroaches, just communicate with them. Just communicate. And the more you communicate, the more you will develop not just compassion, but a deeper acceptance of their existence, right? They have a role to play. All of them have a role to play. We
Yeah,
may
yeah.
not know about it, but there is definite, like the message, everything happens for a reason, you know. That message is
Mhm.
related to this only. Everyone is in existence for a purpose,
Yeah.
right? So when we learn to be in harmony, the there is a very big hidden agenda about being in harmony. There is a big agenda behind it.
Mhm.
Being in harmony is the technique that will take us out of the mind eventually. You will laugh at me as to how is this possible? What is the relationship? Our concept of time, which the mind has created, human mind has created time, right? That's why we are in a hurry all the time, right? I got to do this, I got to do this. So doing and chasing time, or rather struggling to fit everything in that time which we have a fixed time. This concept of time we have created. We have, nature has its own clock. Nature has its own time thing going on, right? Every year there is a season, it comes and goes. All the weather conditions are timed, but that does not synchronize with human clock, right? You may get the monsoon in June or not. It's up to the nature. You may get monsoon in June, or maybe sometimes it will be late, sometimes it's early. And then people are constantly complaining about that
Yeah. That's
because nature's time did not match with human time. Human time is fixed,
Mm.
right? That many hours in a day, and that many days in a week, and that many weeks in a year, and then a slight correction of one day every 4 years. This is human clock.
Mm.
We have tried to sort of match the nature's clock in some way, but nature doesn't have a fixed clock. Why? Because nature performs according to the conditions, right? When
Yes.
the condition is appropriate for the rain to come, then only rain will come,
Yeah.
right? We are saying, no, 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 it's June, monsoon must start coming now,
Yeah.
right? That's where the difference is. So, and nature is not bothered. It is like the elephant walking on the street. We are barking like the dogs, right? An elephant is not bothered, right? He keeps walking. But what is the problem is the dogs are constantly under stress. Why doesn't this thing understand me? We are creating our own problem. So, and that's because of the mind. Mind has set a clock. And there's a reason why humans have a clock of their own. Why? Because we want things to be predictable. We want that to be able to predict the future.
Yeah.
That's why we have a set clock. That everybody will arrive at the office at 9 o'clock, right? That is predicting an event. So, and it helps us being functional. But think about so many of the things that we still follow in most of the cultures. We follow certain things based on the nature's clock. Say, for example, you follow the calendar of moon,
Yeah.
right? And work according to that, do things according to that calendar. There's a meaning to it. It is harmony with nature.
Yeah.
But today, the whole entire globe has adopted a calendar, and it is saying, well, okay, nature, you got to follow me. And nature is saying, okay, keep doing what you want to do. Right? Eventually, you will learn. But uh, once we learn to be in harmony, remember, to be in harmony with nature's clock, you will need tremendous amount of patience. You will have to wait for the seed to germinate. You can't make that seed germinate. It will germinate on its own, given the right conditions.
Yeah.
And you will have to wait. Your clock is ticking, nature's clock is simply being there.
Yeah.
And that's how we learn patience. Eventually, when you become completely patient, you will become a drishta. You will become a witness. You will simply be then witnessing. This is our step towards becoming a witness eventually. And then once you are a witness, you will witness your mind as well. You will be out of the mind and you will witness it. So being in harmony is that many people you would have heard saying that we are now going into the fifth dimension where there is no sense of time. And many people are saying that I am losing my sense of time. Right? I have personally experienced this. Right? To me, morning, day, night, nothing matters. I feel like sleeping, I just go to sleep. I wake up, whenever I wake up, I start doing things that I want to do. I am kind of flowing with my own inner guidance, not looking at the clock all the time. I have to definitely look at the clock because I have to be here at this on this platform at a certain time because everyone else will be here, right? So some things we have to do according to the time. If I have to see the doctor, I have to see the clock. But in general, my normal routine is not fixed anymore. Earlier it was really clock driven. Earlier it was clock driven. Now it's no more clock driven. I just do things when I want to do. And because of that, I have least amount of stress. I can wait for things to come. I can wait for things to happen. Right? They will happen when they have to happen. If they are not happening, there must be something that needs to be fulfilled before they can happen. So I will fulfill that. Yes. So my awareness is towards fulfilling what nature needs. Maybe I need to water the plant, right? Then only it will blossom, it will bring flowers. That's the kind of thing. So being in harmony is very important. So harmony brings us actually with nature, brings us together with which we are. We are part of the nature, integral part of nature, and we've got to be with it, isn't it? That's what we are learning. So your message is beautiful message. It is definitely a universal message, but a very few people can really understand the concept of being in harmony.
Thank you.
Maybe she can you can write it down now, and later you will find that the dots will connect later on in your life. And anyways, Babaji has written here that think about how the statements are relevant to what you are doing. So maybe you are too much into seva, so it can relate to that also. So maybe it will connect later on in your life.
Yes, thank you. I know one day it will all connect. Yeah. It's just a matter of time again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shaileshi, like the way you said that we have to be become drashta. Drishta. It's like the God. God is drishta only, right? God is
Oh,
witnessing is happening
mm,
because
mm,
God gave us all the senses and the free will. Now use it,
mm.
and don't blame me because
No, no, God has no thoughts of that nature at all. God is
I know.
simply sitting and sitting in awe.
Yeah,
Everything is awesome to God. Everything that is happening, God is saying, "Oh wow." That's all that God does. Oh wow.
yeah.
God has actually God participates in all the awesome things. God,
Without judging. Yeah.
how, yeah, and God is not a person. I have said this several times, right? My concept of God is different. Um, I have said this several times that when something is being created, God is present. That is my understanding. So, um, anytime creation is happening, you can be sure God is present. Anytime destruction is happening, you can be sure God is present.
Yes.
Everywhere. So when you say like a flower is blooming and you say God is present, what does that really mean? Blooming of the flower itself is God, right? Germinating of a seed is God. Destruction of an Air India flight is God. This is nature. Nature is presenting itself constantly in front of us, and we are searching for God somewhere because we have no idea what God is.
Yeah. And it's like when we are operating as per our plan, it's like the flower is flourishing because that's the flower's plan, that's the flower's nature to flourish. And if somebody is killing someone else, maybe that's again according their own plan or their own soul plan or nature. So again,
Hmm.
God is present there. So the God
Yes,
knows, even if the God is not being judgmental or anything, but the God knows that everyone is operating as per their own plan. So that's so wonderful. Whether they are doing creation or destruction, it's according to the
yes.
plan. Everything is
It's,
balanced. Yeah.
yeah, it is part of the nature itself, right? So, what I am trying to slowly guide you guys into understanding is first of all, dismantle that image that you carry. God being a person.
Hmm.
Person is a very small entity in this entire creation. God cannot be that. Think about it. But God is also that. When you understand God as all encompassing, omnipresent, what is the meaning of that? Omnipresent means what? Blossoming of a flower is God, germination of a seed is God, existence of a mosquito is God, existence of a human being is God. Everything that exists is God. And its activity, its growth, destruction, germination, sustenance, and destruction. This entire thing is God. Right? This is why when we hear statements, we don't understand the deeper meaning of that because we have an imagination of God as a person. That was those kind of imaginations were created for facilitating people to go within. Not more than that. But people get stuck. This, this has become a human tendency that humans can't relate to other than humans, unfortunately. So what happens? You meet a guru, you make the guru a god. And forget about what the guru is saying. You start worshipping the picture of the guru.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
That's
the
so unfortunate.
problem. This
Or
is
maybe
our
that is because people need object. because they don't, it will take time to go to that level, you know.
It's that we are used to doing or connecting with things through the senses, right? Five senses,
Yeah.
and they can see only outside. And when we are engaged with outside, you will have to naturally have something to relate to. So create an image, a picture, a photograph, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's imagination of a god be, became a picture, and everybody worships that. Or somebody's imagination created a statue, and everybody worships that. Even the statues are different. You can't even compare. Let's say you bring 100 statues of Ganesha, they will all be different,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? The understanding has to be there as to there is a purpose to it. Let us fulfill that purpose and move on. Don't get stuck there. Once you have crossed that stage, then move on. We have a tendency to get stuck. Being in the flow is this is purpose of being in harmony. Is in harmony you will never be stuck with one thing. You will flow. Just continue to flow with the change. And change can only happen when you learn to release. Then only you will go through the change. So now probably some of you can remember what I mentioned on the day of introduction. Introduction to Unified Course. Through this course, as you go through, many of your beliefs will be challenged, and you may have to dismantle those beliefs. This is what I was mentioning there. Our own understandings have to be challenged and corrected. I just love when somebody says, I'm not convinced. Beautiful. I'm so happy. This person is aware, right? I'm not convinced is a beautiful thing. Good. Now do your investigation. Your deeper thinking, you have the wisdom, you know it all. Already you know. Just use that. Open it up. Right?
Yes.
So, yeah, never, I mean, I am only sharing with you what my experience is, and this is probably my truth. May or may not be universal truth. You will have to figure it out.
Yeah, you know, me and my son, we were having discussion I think day after yesterday. We were talking about, like, you know, the soul plan and reincarnation, and he was not accepting it. I said, that's fine, you don't accept it, but there are proofs. And he was saying that people lie and this and that. And I said, okay, maybe they lie. What if that happens to you? Maybe what if you have a child and then if your child says, and then he said, no, mom, you're trying to make me, you know, think that I said, no, I'm not. Forget about the people, forget about maybe they are lying and everything else. But what if it comes in your own experience? Would you believe it? And then he said, yeah, I would believe it. That I said, okay, that's all I wanted to say. So instead of you saying, no, mom, this is all bullshit and this and that, say it, mom, maybe it happened, but I don't believe it because it's not in my experience. Why don't you just open your mind? Why do you just completely close it that they're lying? And he said,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, mom, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a very good advice, right? Being
yeah,
open is important. Rejecting something just because it doesn't fit into my framework is
yeah,
not
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That I'm
yeah,
denying knowledge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when
Being
you're so
open.
young, like, but at least like he argued for a long time, which is kind of good. I like it.
Exactly. But yeah, encourage them to wait for their experiences, and the
Yeah,
experiences will tell them the truth. The truth for them at this time. Like this is all very subjective. It is again related to our experience or our um, series of experiences in this lifetime.
yeah.
Remember, this lifetime is a very small part of your own existence.
Yeah. And
Your
then, yeah, he was giving
existence.
me like different examples. We are in in the race and this and that. And I explained it to him, everything. But, these kids, but then I said, you know what, forget everything. Whatever I said, just imagine. Whatever comes in your experience, would you believe it or not? And he said,
Yeah,
yeah. And then that's it. Don't say that they're lying or they're not lying. Just say you don't
yeah,
accept it because it's not in your experience yet. Or maybe
exactly.
it will never come.
Yeah,
Who knows? But
yeah.
at
When
least
we
be
hear
open.
somebody, when we hear
Yeah.
somebody, we need to tell ourselves, this person is telling what he knows.
Yeah.
Right? When you understand it that way, well, this person is saying what he knows, and he is not me, he is different from me. So it is up to me whether I receive that information as addition to my knowledge or forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
No, he was saying that these people are lying. That's what he was saying. I said, don't say that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
Yeah.
lying, but you don't
Be
say that.
open.
You
Yeah,
say that,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. It is not my truth, he can say
yes,
that.
yeah,
Right? It is not my truth. Don't say they are lying, it is their truth. They are not
yeah,
lying, it is
mhm,
their truth,
yeah,
but it is not my truth yet.
yeah,
And truth is subjective. So make him understand the meaning of the word truth and lies. If he understands this, then he
mm-hmm,
will be clear about this concept. Nobody deliberately kind of says things that they don't believe in.
yeah, I
That's only
agree.
done when you have intention to cheat somebody, right? That's when you
Yeah.
say things which are not true. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear Nandini ji.
Yeah. Welcome, Nandini ji.
Thank you, Atmavandan, to all the divine souls. Wonderful, discussion I was listening to. Uh, Actually, 2 days back, I was not able to talk, somewhat busy. I wanted to ask something the chapter was going on for the universal truth. And in those days only, I came across a message within the meditation. Like, I am very much keen into service. That what is the message for me? In the last season that we were doing, that was some other message as per that time's requirement. Now it came out to be to serve the animals.
Mm,
Like it was especially on the animals part within the meditation only. So
mm,
that I wrote down. And within those 2, 3 days only, I came across some stories like I was watching a reality show in television and a small girl, just 4 years girl, she was kidnapped and raped also. And she was murdered brutally. That made a very bad impact on me. That left me very disappointed. So after the next day morning, then a few days back only, I had watched a movie that is OMG 2. If anyone has watched, it's about this sex education only, I think maybe. And then afterwards, I was reading the book Sitayan. And in Sitayan, there is a story of same like a girl being raped also. So, sir, when I woke up a day before yesterday in the morning, a very clear message, like as we hear clear audience, you can say, when I woke up, someone is saying in my ear, you have to introduce sex education.
mm,
Like, I don't know, it was very clear words that I heard. So, I don't know, I am confused that uh, it's a very, tough topic to discuss on and to introduce this type of education in, especially in India. But some message is there for me. I don't know how to implement it. What should I do? But there is something like as I came across these things within the few episodes, within reading, within watching TV and the movies. So 2, 3 messages that upset me. I don't know whether it was like my own subconscious mind telling me as per the visuals, or it was really a universal message for me. Like I heard a very clear voice for this thing. It never happened otherwise. When I slept, those days it was going on the universal truth, like what is give me the message. And as I woke up very early morning, so the voice came up in my ear that about to introduce the sex education. So I was, you know, trying to discuss with you people who must give some advice. I am really confused that what should I do? How can we move further with
So
this?
think about the message first. Is it a universal truth?
Yes, sir, I think so. It's a universal truth, sir.
Really?
Obviously, sir, this is a for society. It's a social cause, and it's for society only, as far as
Well,
I might believe.
yeah, think more about it. Think more about it. You need to think more about it. First, maybe this is a message for you to first of all get that education for yourself.
Sir, I don't think so. Like, personally, I don't think
You
so.
will be
Otherwise,
amazed. You will be amazed how much you do not know. Uh, um, if most of the people have understood one thing that, or maybe knowing this thing, that Osho was very much unpopular because of just this one topic,
Yeah.
right? Have
Yes.
you heard Osho on this topic?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Nandini ji, have you
no,
heard Osho?
sir, a little bit I heard like there was some controversy maybe, but I am not sure.
This,
I haven't.
this, this very topic was the controversy,
Yeah, this very topic was a controversy
right?
that I have heard, just that thing only. Yeah.
So before you go into this topic, and you already have the hesitation, first of all, go through what Osho has to say. Why was it a controversy? Understand that. When you hear him, your total fundamentals will change. But first have the courage to hear that, right? Here, listen to what Osho has to say on this topic, understand it, then analyze in your head, well, okay, what part of this can I communicate with people? That poor guy communicated the truth and got sort of all kinds of negative comments. So it's up to us how we understand this whole thing. There is so many ways in which one topic can be understood, right? One way of learning about a topic is not adequate anyway. So now you have a social understanding of what you think sex education is, right? Listen to him and maybe get one more perspective to what this whole thing is about. It's a
We can get the more clarity by listening to him on this topic, right?
yes. It's a series of 16 lectures. You can, and there's a book also published under the same heading. It's called Sambhog Se Samadhi Tak,
Now, see,
right?
the times has been changed also. Like since the time Osho was there at that time, and now we are into, quite advanced times. So these, I think, if it may be the nature's call, as far as I think that things are happening, the crimes are happening regarding these things. So it's a nature's call to just volunteer. Some people should come forward and. As far as I think, if this message is given, it's a nature's call that this thing should be introduced, and so that we can prevent those crimes also to save the girl child.
It is up to you. You can make that choice. It's your free will, and Nandini ji. I am not saying that you don't do it. It's your free will. Do what you want to
No, sir,
do.
actually,
All
I
I'm
just
saying is
wanted
that
to, yeah,
arm yourself. Arm yourself with information, knowledge.
okay.
Arm yourself. Listen,
Sir,
be open to learning about that subject first. Okay? Before you
Actually, I am
disseminate
completely, this
knowledge.
subject is completely new for me, and it's we can't talk about it openly anywhere. So I was, all the masters are experts here in our group. So I just wanted to have an expert advice so that from where, how can we implement it? क्योंकि अगर से कोई मैसेज आया तो हमें लगता है कि उसको कुछ अगर हम सीरियसली नहीं लेंगे तो फिर क्या ही फायदा कुछ करने का, है ना? अगर हम पूछ रहे हैं यूनिवर्स से एंड इफ यू आर गेटिंग द मैसेज, तो वी शुड at least on our part try to be implemented or somewhat like कोई भी master अपना इसमें suggestion देना चाहे तो most welcome, because I am not clear कि how can we take it forward, or you should leave it also. I was confused about it.
Okay, tell me one
Nandini ji,
thing. Okay, let's hear
can
Sandhya
I
ji.
just,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for
Sure.
interjecting.
Yeah.
Sure, Sandhya ji, most welcome.
Nandini ji, I'm a counselor and I teach, but though I teach the higher education, I mean the 11, 12th, I started from engineering and came down to 11, 12th. Even juniors, as in primary school, we introduce the concept of child abuse in the sense no stranger should touch your swimsuit body. Even 3-year-olds understand this much. And this is in Bombay. So in my school, we teach it from 2 years and 3 years. We have even pre-primary, as in literally what we call the baby class. So 2.5 years they walk in just to get used to the idea of interaction with others. Even at that time they are taught. So please, the fact remains that we should be absolutely, like, let's say, very comfortable with talking to kids. And they very cutely come, no, he did like this, so no, he touched me here, that's the way they come and tell you. But you have to be, as Sir said, you have to be comfortable with your ideas. If I blush when I'm talking to an 11th standard, like 11th standard kids come and tell me, this, I'm going to sleep with Mr. So-and-so. And I'm like, of course you should sleep. However, my request would be, and then you go off. The first thing, if I, oh no, my goodness, how can I tell? Then the kids are absolutely out. So sincerely, just listen to Sir what he's saying. You have to be comfortable when you talk about it. And right off from 2.5-year-old to 20-year-olds, everyone, they're kids. At the end of it, they're kids. Like I'm shouting at a 7-foot, 6.5-footer, and don't you dare to do this. And at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if he does this, I'm going to fall down. But at the end of it, they're tiny kids and this, sorry, miss, I won't do this. So it's okay. Let's be comfortable. So as I said, listen to that series. It's a good one.
We need
How
to
to
be,
talk.
like I always say, just being open to understanding different perspectives to the same thing, right? It helps us sort of round our knowledge, round our understanding, right? We need to be prepared to answer if I am asked questions. Remember one thing, like you mentioned, Nandini ji, that those Osho's times were different, these times are different. Agreed. Today, children know much more about sex than you know because of the phones. They know things which you don't even know. So they are going to come back and tell you things. When you go out there to teach, they will come and tell you, well, ma'am, you don't know this. Okay.
Sir,
So
actually, I think that the acts that are happening, especially with the girls, in some states, there needs to be introduced some. I think there is some, there is some lack of education or illiteracy where such things are happening. That hurts me somewhere too much. Like, I don't know what to do.
so you need to really work on your understanding itself. Then there is a problem with your
Sir, may I
understanding.
What
say
do you
Yeah.
something? Sir, may I say something?
Yeah.
Like Nandini said, this messages came to her when she woke up in the morning. So did you sit in quiet period and communicate with your higher self for this message? Because according to the course, according to the chapter, the message should come to you when asked for. when
Yeah,
you
in
ask
the at
yourself.
night when I slept, I asked for it.
Because the more, what I feel is, the more you keep on repeating that what is happening to the girls around, we should do something, you are manifesting it anyways. When you keep repeating those things, instead we have to send love to those places or those persons, whoever we think or feel that are in trouble.
That's
And
what I
about,
was just saying. Yeah.
yes.
This
So
is what I was
instead
saying.
of repeating, just be aware that since you have now completed 16 weeks, so you have to be more aware about your own thoughts. Like when sir is asking you to go and listen to Osho's videos, then also you are resisting that. You are okay, you are saying, okay, I will listen, I will get some more knowledge, but still there is a resistance in your voice. You are continuously saying that no, these things happen to the girls. On one Sunday we had this discussion with a stranger, I don't know, he came in our this he joined the group just only once, for once, and he had the same question that what we should do. The girls are getting harmed, and I feel sympathy for them. And then I never found him any day. He never joined the course, this Zoom session. And on that day also we had this discussion, right, sir? If you remember.
Yes, yes, I remember.
Yes.
The thing we are if something is troubling you,
Yes.
if
So you
something
have
is
to.
troubling you,
Hmm.
work within first.
Why this is
This,
triggering you so much? There is
mm,
something that you are holding back. Maybe you don't remember, but there is something that you are that is triggering you. As you said, yes.
your own understanding on this subject is not complete yet. That's why it is bothering you. It wants, this bothering inside is basically telling you, learn more about it, know more about it, different perspective, different understandings. Entire
Sir,
thing is
what do you
creation
think
of
that
God.
is it okay, like whatever is happening, is that fine? मतलब जो
Everything
मैं
in
सोच रहा
if
हूँ.
everything in this universe is okay. Everything, in no exclusions. There is no exclusion. If it was not okay, it would not happen. This is creation. Understand creation. You have to first of all become accepting of things, right? You have to learn to come out of the mind. Mind will constantly give you logic. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. You have to learn, okay, why is it not good? Figure it out from within your wisdom. You have the wisdom. Once you begin to understand, why am I considering it bad? Go into the depth. Because if it was bad, it would not have been created. I am assigning it the adjective called bad. This is my creation, human creation, not the creation's creation.
Sir, but when I read the book with Ayan, in there was an episode of this thing only that a girl was hurt, like at Sita Mata's time, when she
Hmm.
was residing in forest,
Hmm.
and she gave that girl and her mother. They were traveling to their guru
Hmm.
just to seek blessings before her marriage, and an incident happened with that girl, and Sita Mata. Uh, gave her the first aid and all the treatment to that girl, and she was very hurt inside. Like how ascendant masters are they, Ram and Sita, and still they people even perceived it wrong. Like a rishi was going to give shrap to that culprits, but Sita Mata came in between, and she said that no, श्राप वाला जो ये अभी हमारा सिस्टम है ये बंद करना है हमें. तो हमें हमें जो बेटर इसके लिए वो कानून बनाने हैं, इसके लिए कि मतलब
Hmm.
जो समय की मांग है, हमें जो ऋषि मुनि श्राप दिया करते थे उस समय, तो उन्होंने वो उनको रोका, ऋषि को, वो जो गुरु थे उनके, कि आपने श्राप नहीं देना, although they have done the wrong deed. उन्होंने ये नहीं बोला कि उनका कर्मा था या उसका ऐसा था तो उसके साथ ये होना ही था. मतलब she took her pain, लाइक आप पढ़िएगा सर, इतना मतलब ये मैसेज उसमें क्लियर है. शी टुक दैट गर्ल्स पेन, शी उनको अपने पास रखा, उनको पूरा लाइक ध्यान रखा, उनकी पेन भी अपने ऊपर ली, एंड शी लेफ्ट देम टोटली सेफ. बट शी वाज आल्सो वेरी हर्ट इनसाइड फॉर दिस थिंग, that why it happened, that I can felt
Okay.
while reading the book.
I have read the book, so I know
You
what you are talking about.
must be remembering that episode that I am talking about,
Why
maybe.
are you remembering only that episode?
Sir, that's why I am that recently, 2-3 days only, I came
I
across.
am trying
That's
to
why.
take you to your root cause. I am only helping you to go to the root cause of your question. Your awareness is taking you somewhere specifically all the time. Through your dream, through your message, through whatever. You got to work there. अंडरस्टैंड, जगत का उद्धार नहीं कर सकते आप. रामचंद्र जी नहीं कर पाए, उनके जमाने में भी यही होता था, आज भी वही होता है. कृष्ण के जमाने में भी यही होता था. कोई जगत का उद्धार कर नहीं सकता. आप कौन है?
तो सर मुझे ये मैसेज जो आया फिर वो किसके लिए
हाँ,
था?
मैं
मेरे लिए था.
आपको अपनी धारणाओं पे काम करना है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज देयर फॉर यू. अपने अंदर जाके उस ज्ञान को ढूंढो कि क्यों मुझे ये अर्ज आ रही है. किसी भी महापुरुष को जब सुनोगे, वो जगत का उद्धार करने की बात नहीं करते. They simply say what they have experienced to be good and what they consider is not good in their understanding of whatever they have experienced. That's all. And it so happens that they all seem to be aligned on certain aspects, which we call as universal truth. But we have to also understand who we are. I am not Ramchandra. I am not Sita. I am me. And I am me for a reason. And my objective is to be me, completely me, not the artificial me. That is my objective. So, in order to be doing that, I have to open up all these little knots that are hidden inside me, which are constantly drawing me in one direction. You get my point? In that Sitayan book, there is so much more beautiful things given there. Take your attention there, take your awareness there. Why is it coming here? Because there is something you need to explore. Your inner, your higher self is telling you to explore something in this area. So use this opportunity first of all to resolve your own blocks within, and once those are released, you will know what to do automatically. Right? Yeah.
I can totally relate to you, Nandini ji, why you are thinking like this, because I have read this book 3 years before. And when I read this book, as you got stuck in this topic only, I also resonated with that. And then when I went through therapies and regressions, then I came to know that I am here to like break the patterns, the generational trauma. As you said that the gurus used to curse the person who did this wrong to their daughter. So to stop this cursing part, Sita ji took the step that now no more curses. Now this will not be the penalty to be paid by the daughters. So that rule was implemented from that era. So why I when I went through regression, then I came to know, I got the answer. But still that thing was there, that I have to also work for teenagers, for girls, I have to do something. But gradually, as I worked on myself, and after coming to this unified course, then when I realized that everything is perfect in this whole existence, then my idea of that thing dropped, that I have to do something. I even said in my introduction on that day that I learned that from doing we have to become. We have, instead of all the time thinking that we have to do something, we have to shift ourselves in becoming, and just correct our thoughts. When our thoughts get corrected, then whatever is happening outside, we just don't feel it is wrong, and we think then we simply just accept it as a, because everyone is going through their own journey. Now the girl who is hurt is having her own journey, she wants to evolve to that lesson or anything. We don't know about them. So that any message, because as Neha ji is also given written here in chat, that higher self messages will never trigger or make you uncomfortable. It will not be based on fear or resentment. So that is the thing. If you are
No,
getting
actually, this was not fear resentment. Uh, I perceived it like it's a message for the society, or you can say via as making the medium, yeah, that you need to work on this part. As far I perceived it, my perception of this message is not resentment or fear. I was just asking, I was just trying to discuss with you people that
Mm,
in this field, how can we move forward? That's it. No fear, no
mm,
resentment
you
is
have
there.
to work on your on yourself.
mm.
Can I say
Eventually
something?
that will be the answer. Yes,
Nandini ji,
yes.
Mm.
so all that we understand, and a lot is talked. So I would not repeat what is talked. I would just bring your awareness to the practice of unified. When you receive any messages, then you got to clarify it with your higher self. Really, no point talking here and there. You have yes and no signals for that matter only, right? And it's not about you are scared or frightened or not, what not. But when what you said, this is a universal truth. I didn't understand how this is a universal truth that I need to work on a something on, and it's same as talking to animal or healing animals, or talking to a human being or healing human beings or the society. I didn't categorize it as a universal truth. What you said first thing first, it's something like Shailesh, I've been talking that your higher self will give you wisdom. It will not give you instructions. So, and it is a straight instruction that you got to do something. And in that area where you have not groomed yourself, right? So definitely you can feel compassionate. You can think of your creation. All those desires that doesn't let us sleep is one of our threads to fulfill in this lifetime. But before that, just be sure that, you are not pranked by some other energies or somebody. We are not, we are connected with everybody, everyone, right? And if we do not play with our safeguards, what's the point of coming to unified? Why we feel different here is that because we feel protected, we feel how to we are sure how to make decisions. There will be thousands of options outside. How do I choose now? From where I go, from this point, if I get a yes and no signal, if you are triggered, you will never get your yes and no signal. You will get your yes and no signal only when you are in your heart space, for sure. And you will be in your heart space when you are not bothered by so many things. So it's a very brilliant idea. Definitely जो सहज सही कार्यवाही है, the spontaneous right activity says that you will start doing things as it will happen through you naturally without thinking. So once you are filled with that information, you will feel, easily you can contribute. Like Sandhya ji said, it will happen automatically. You don't have to do things. But if you have received something which is bothering you, there is definitely a thread. And the very good example is if you start reading Many Masters, Many Life book, and then you close the book, and then one story will stick with you.
and that story is unhealed in you. And it's so the Sitayan, it has a lot of wisdom, beautiful stories, and a lot of connectivity. Heart goes out, because many of the myths of Sita Mata and that culture is broken there. So but at the same time, um, where we are stuck, that is more important. Are we in love, expanding love, or are we uh, connecting with something that maybe, this is an action you want to do in your life? Maybe it will come with time, so just give yourself some time, allow, explore, and all the suggestions are brilliant, whatever is given. So you may want to explore what Osho is saying. It is what you agree, disagree. Even Louis Hay has said that talking on sexuality is easier than talking on money, right? So these kind of things will help you go reach from master, and then see ask your higher self. If somebody gave you a message, ask how and why. Be sure. Like you cannot be a puppet of somebody.
Right, Preeti. I shall explore more with myself only.
Just as
Yes.
you were describing things,
Like
probably I
as
will.
you suggested to read the other masters, right? Osho and uh,
And remember, once again, when you are listening to Osho also, you don't have to kind of follow everything as he says. You have to just develop your understanding from a different perspective. Just understand it. Listen to somebody, and okay, oh, this can be one more perspective to the same thing which I was thinking otherwise. Right? It helps you widen your perspective. Okay, that way. And maybe if you are really interested, maybe you want to read up more on that topic from other masters. There may be so many other masters who may have taught on that. So widen your perspective, and then once you have a total clarity from within, you will automatically begin to act accordingly. Automatic, right?
One
So
more thing, with kids also, right? So kids are not only like they are they don't come for a bigger event in their life. They come for family to evolve. Always read that part also. If you understand soul plan and guides, all that, you will find that. But here, once you understand that, then you will widen your perspective, looking how love fits in this case. How I don't see a divine plan in it. How, like a love from guru to shishya, a love of Zen master to the practitioner, or a love from mother to child, or how it is different. They're all different expression of God, right? So expand your vision. You are here for expansion. When you are in unified, you are not here to live in exclusion, but all your thoughts are only contributing, even though they comes from throne. There are pain, but there are difficult situations, but how it's not like mechanically you go and accept it. Okay, God is everywhere. Be that, so that is what is being aware. It's not living in ignorance. Sakshi is also watching. It is not ignorant. Okay, so when we say Sakshi, it doesn't mean you are ignorant. It means you are aware, but you are not interfering.
Sumanji, you are absolutely right.
I hope it helps. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumanji.
Gracie, your voice were so beautiful when you were guiding, and as you shared the quick summary, right to the point, as simple it is. We remember first time you might be reading chapter number 4, and you would have thought, oh my God, what it is, how much it is, how to understand, how to differentiate the two channels. But see, now today when you prescribed like a doctor's prescription, very small, quick and crisp, it's so easy, so simple, that's what practice does to you. You have done it sincerely, and there's no point of doubting on yourself. You are already, as I said yesterday, you are already ready. Why are you worrying so much? And you have said that you also wish to have your own center and you want to teach meditation. When your will is there, no one is to stop. You just have to come forward and express and do things with love. No matter I mean, if we take Mother Teresa or anybody, if they cannot serve society with pain. No one can do that. Those service help us heal our own blocks.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so
and for you, I mean, you always wanted to do it, and you got a beautiful opportunity and do more of it. Just become well versed that in all my dreams, in all my walks and talks, I speak unified, and I live it. And there would be time. You would take time. It won't be like 1 point to 2 point, right? You will enjoy it throughout your life. Oh my God, this is how I'm expanding. As I said, like when I see from my point of view and understanding of unified, when I see Babaji, I think, okay, you are also expanding and growing still like that, like we are doing. And he smiles. I see his smiling face. And this week, last 2 weeks, I have been seeing his smiley face all the time. He's a big, cute smile with what is happening right now. He didn't even, it's as if like he wanted and it's blossoming right away, right now. So all of your contribution, everybody's contribution is remarkable. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And today I'm on Zoom phone. I don't know why. There's no music at all. I mean, I didn't hear even a single beats of music. I just heard your pure voice. So maybe it was just for that for me. And it was so soothing and beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Nehaji.
Nehaji? Nehaji's name is naturally Nehaji, see?
Hello everyone, namaste and Grace ji, you totally nailed it today. And as expected actually, because we knew that you had it in you and you had such a soothing vibe. It was just so easy to relax and go with it, and I needed this meditation so much today. And you've got a natural talent for this, I mean, I would definitely say. So thank you so much. I mean, the tone, the calm, the steadiness in your guidance was so good. Like, so thank you for sharing and coming forward. And the understanding of the chapter was so nicely done. Everything was so, like Preeti said, it was clear and crisp and just what you needed from this chapter. It didn't have to have too much around it. So thank you so much again. And yes, we all want you here and keep doing it more.
Thank you so much, Nehaji. My pleasure. It's all
Yes.
my pleasure.
Actually, I'm very relaxed nowadays because you guys are taking such a beautiful lead in Unified that I said, okay, now we can take more vacations. We have more masters here to help us around. Yeah. And so this question of Nandini ji, just I was thinking that, she says that out of her perception, she thinks that she needs to do something for the society. So our perception is not the absolute truth. We should be clear about it, and we should be open to explore. And the thing, first, anything like that comes first, we need to check, does it align with my truth? And for that, we need to know ourselves and know our truth, right? And if we have not done that part of it, if we don't know ourselves, if we don't know our truth, then anything which comes will not be spontaneous and which will not be the right action. So I would say just go deeper into this inquiry and first know yourself. And it is a very noble idea. We have discussed it also, that it might be in that third chapter of dealing with uninvited influences, that might be very noble ideas you might get, but it might not be the thing that you have to do. So you have to, that's why the higher self guidance is necessary. That's why this whole course is made for that. You check your signals, you have this, and We've been doing extensive practice of yes and no signals. And then I think that higher self only communicates with a yes and no. There's no such, the message is our interpretation of that yes and no. It's our belief system, basically. Higher self doesn't have a language to talk to. It just is the intuitive guidance. And that's what I feel. So that's what I just wanted to add.
Yes, thank
We
you.
hold too much to the past wisdom, and we just need to learn that we are also connected to all knowing intelligence. All when you now take book, you take a different approach. Yesterday I was reading Einstein book, and I instantly connect with him. And you know what? The book is Unified Field Theory, and there he says the same thing where Roger started his book, that what was God thought, that created the universe, how God mind is, what God mind is like. So he was upon that, like in his last phase of exploration of his research. So those things, if you like what is known, what I'm trying to say here is what is known, just don't keep it as it is. Time is to bring connect to everybody's wisdom. So if you want to get Sita Mata wisdom, it was there, but our attitude is to preserve the wisdom. No, just live it and explore, because happened is happened. Now the new thing will unfold through you, and let it happen. Because if we keep rigid to all what we have learned in Upanishads and how things were good in so-called society and so-called time, then we will not create new. And just accept that each one of us on this planet Earth is the best of all our lifetimes. So what goodness we have is nectar of all those hard times from the past. So we will bring only beauty only, and our awareness has to be there. And this practice of unified, that's how it is taking us to express, to be our true self, to express the truth through our living. So suppose we keep telling everybody that, okay, I am this and this, I am this person, I work and with my profession. So we keep having a perception of life like I am a doctor, engineer, or mother, daughter, wife, husband, like that. So that perception becomes divine perceptions when it knows the truth of I am love. So I'm an expression of love, and now whatever pehchan meri hai, the identity that I'm living, the mind I am fit to, it's a mind of software engineer, right? It's a mind of lawyer. He will think all of his life, he will think like that. A policeman mind. Think of it. Just create different minds, different people, different identity, and then fit love into it. Then you see what God's thought was. He never said no to a policeman. He never said no to a criminal or thief. But now just add up a feeling of God, that is love, and now you see the same personality. So I was very inspired to guide a meditation on this. So I'm planning to record it for everybody to experience what was God creation, what was his thought when in the creation with a human life. He did not create mind. He gave us free will to create your own mind. He created everything. Now, with your thought, with your choices, with your free will, you create your mind, you create your world. And now he's giving, okay, this is what I thought. What do you think? So there's one chapter, it says that instead of, aligning ourselves with God's thought, we are dwelling in our own fantasy, and we are just doing random things, thinking in our own way. And that is based on the very little information we have with our past experience, where all-knowing intelligence has all the times of wisdom present. Why don't you tap on that? So we definitely need to live. Now we are learning, but as time will pass, even suppose like 3 years, 4 years of practicing unified, how you will live the same life? Every moment you will be you will be connecting to all-knowing intelligence to find your answer, the best answer. the best expression of me in this life at this point of time. So expand, expand, expand. It's so beautiful and always soulful.
चलिए हम लोग सब अब आज का डिस्कशन हो गया पूरा, तो सेशन को अब कंक्लूड करें.
I would request you to play that song so that we leave the session with a very happy note.
For sure, yes, I will play.
सोच भी नहीं सकते तुम कितने हसीन हो, जैसे जन्नत का खिला हुआ फूल हो. मैं ईश्वर की छवि में बना हूँ, इसलिए मैं रोशनी. ईश्वर की छवि में बना हूँ, इसलिए मैं हूँ खुशी. आनंद और परमानंद, मैं वो बुद्धि हूँ जो सब जानती है, हर रहस्य को पहचानती है. हर की छवि में त्यागा हूँ, इसलिए मैं हूँ खुशी. मैं हर जगह हूँ, हर समय हूँ, मैं पूर्णता की पहचान हूँ. मैं शांति हूँ, मैं सौम्यता हूँ, मैं अनंत ऊर्जा का नाम हूँ. मैं हूँ रचना जिसमें सारा ब्रह्मांड पनपता है. मैं वो झोंका हूँ जो आत्मा को छूता है. न कोई सीमा, न कोई डर, मैं हूँ बस प्रेम, वो पवित्र असर. मैं वही हूँ जो तुम हो, कल्पना से कहीं ज्यादा सुंदर हो, क्योंकि तुम ईश्वर की छवि में बने हो।
Vandana ji, you
Thank
can
you.
close the
Thank you.
session.
Thank you. Thank you for this song.
Am I the host?
नहीं, कविता जी हैं होस्ट।